Collect diagnostic logs for your HP Enterprise printer, FutureSmart 4 or 5 firmware. Use one of the methods shown in this video to collect diagnostic logs using the Printer Embedded Web Server, or EWS, the control panel, or the printer pre-boot menu. If the printer is in a ready state, you can use the control panel or EWS. If it is in an error state, you will need to use the pre-boot menu. To access the EWS of your Enterprise MFP, you must first identify the printer's IP address or host name. On the home screen of the printer control panel, touch the information icon. Touch Ethernet to display the printer's IP address or host name. Write down the IP address or host name, or touch the print icon to print the network information. From a computer or device connected to the same network as the printer, open a web browser. Enter the IP address or host name into the browser's address bar. If entering the host name, make sure http:// is entered before the host name. If a message displays indicating that accessing the website might not be safe, select the option to continue to the website. Accessing the EWS will not harm your computer. From the EWS, select Sign In. Enter the administrator credentials and select Sign In. With administrator options visible, select the Troubleshooting tab. In the left navigation pane, click Diagnostic Data. Under Retrieve Diagnostic Data, select the Create Zipped Debug Information File option. Select the Generate Debug Data checkbox. If you want to remove all history and collect only current debug data, also select the Clean Up Debug Information checkbox. If you are using a firmware version prior to FutureSmart version 5.4, the process is slightly different. First, click Start to generate the file and wait for the process to complete. This might take several minutes. When complete, select the Create Zipped Debug Information File option under the Retrieve Diagnostic Data section and clear the Clean Up Debug Information checkbox. Click Export. Do not close the browser window or interrupt communication while the process completes. It might take several minutes. After data has been successfully exported, a .jdp log file is saved to the Downloads folder of the PC. To create a debug file from the printer control panel, make sure the printer is in a ready state, that you have access to the troubleshooting menu, and that you have a USB drive available. If the printer is in an error state, use the pre-boot menu method. Insert a USB drive into the port on the front of the printer. Open the Support Tools menu. Select the Troubleshooting option from the left pane. In the left pane, select the Retrieve Diagnostic Data option. In the right pane, select the Create Zipped Debug Information File option. Select the Generate Debug Data checkbox. If you are using a firmware version prior to FutureSmart version 5.4, the process is slightly different. First, select Generate Debug Data in the left pane. Click Start to generate the file and wait for the process to complete. This might take several minutes. When complete, select the Retrieve Diagnostic Data option from the left pane. In the right pane, select the Create Zipped Debug Information File option and clear the Clean Up Debug Information checkbox. Select Save to USB. The generated data is saved as an encrypted .jdp log file on the USB drive. To create and save the log files from the pre-boot menu on the control panel, make sure you have access to the pre-boot menu and a USB drive. If the printer is in a ready state, use the Troubleshooting menu method. This log gathering method should only be used when gathering information for troubleshooting persistent 49 errors that will not clear when turning the device off and back on, and other unexpected behaviors that keep the device from booting to a ready state. Devices that can boot to a ready state should use the troubleshooting menu method. Before starting, have the USB drive available, but do not insert it. Use the following steps to open the pre-boot menu. Turn on the printer. When the HP logo appears and the boot screen displays 1 of 8 or 1/8, immediately touch the HP logo or press the X button depending on your model. If the pre-boot menu does not open, turn off the printer and attempt the process again. Use the arrow buttons to navigate to Administrator and then select OK. Scroll to and select the B System Triage option. Select the Copy Logs option. If prompted, scroll through and review the copy log disclosure, and then at the end of the message, select the Accept/Download checkbox. After you select the Accept/Download checkbox, use the back button or return icon to return to the main pre-boot menu, and then select Continue. Wait for the boot process, and when prompted, insert the USB drive into the front USB port. Wait for the process to complete, and when Done Reboot Device displays on the control panel, remove the USB drive and then manually reboot the printer. A folder named HP Logs is created on the USB drive. Depending on the firmware version installed on the printer, the folder will contain either a .zip file or an encrypted .jdp log file.